Hi Sumit, welcome to Sew with Adeshola. In today's tutorial, we'll be learning how to make this beautiful gathered top. If this is something you are interested in, keep on watching. To sew this top, we'll be needing about 1.5 yard of fabric. Now the first thing I did was I cut out my fabric, both the front piece and the back piece. The length of my fabric is about 17 inches, which is 16 inches for my waist, and I added 1 inch seam allowance, and then the width of my dress was about 21 inches. Now the first thing I'm going to be doing is to take my neck width and my neck depth using 3 by 3 for the front piece, 3 inches wide and 3 inches deep for the front piece. Now still placing the tape, I went ahead and I took the depth and the wideness of my back neckline, as you can see. So go ahead and do yours. Now after doing that, the next thing I did was to go to the end of my sleeve and then marked 1 inch like that. Come down by 1 inch because we are marking our shoulder slope. We all know that our shoulder is not straight, so I'll be marking my shoulder slope now. And now after I was done marking my shoulder slope, the next thing I did was come down from that shoulder slope by 8 inches, which is my armhole. So I'm just going to mark my armhole there, come in by 2 inches from there. Now the next thing I'm just going to do is to extend that 2 inches down to the length of my dress, of my top rather. Then I made a curve right there, which is the armhole curve. Just to give it a curve, as you can see, just go ahead and do yours. Then the next thing I'm going to be doing is to cut out the neckline. Cut out the excess, the ones we won't be using. Now after I was done cutting, this is what we have. As you can see, the front piece and the back piece separately. Now the next thing we are going to be doing is to open up the back piece because it was on fold. So I opened it up like that. And after I was done with that, the next thing I did was to place my front piece and my back piece right side facing each other like so. As you can see, I placed it right side facing each other. Then I went ahead to sew the shoulder line with half an inch down like that. And after I was done, this is what I have. Now the next thing I'm going to be doing is to turn my sleeve like that and then join the armhole. Just go ahead and do so. It is quite simple. Turn your sleeve like that and then join the armhole to the end of your top, and do the same thing for the other sleeve too. So if you've watched to this extent, kindly click on subscribe button, like, comment, turn on your notification post. Thank you. And after I was done doing that, this is what I have. As you can see, this is what I have. I've gone ahead to hem the sleeve and as well join the armhole, join it together, join it. Then after I was done, the next thing I did was I sew our bias to the neck like that. So we are just going to turn the neck with our bias. So just go ahead and do yours too. And after I was done with that, what we have is what I'm showing you. Now the next thing I'm going to be doing is to go to the hem of my top like the waistline like that, and sew a gather, like sew gathers to it. Go and gather it like that. And after I was done gathering it, this is what I have. This is what I have, as you can see. And I ensure that what I have there is my waist circumference. My waist circumference is 27, so I ensure that I have 29 there. 27 plus 2 inches for zipper allowance. So I have 29. As you can see, 1 inch on both sides. I hope you understand what I'm saying. 1 inch there, 1 inch here. So that makes it 29. Now after I was done, the next thing I did was to sew the band. The band is about 2.5, so after sewing it's going to be 2 inches because of half of an inch sewing allowance. So please, if you've watched to this extent, kindly subscribe, like and share. Now I ensured that I had notched the middle of my dress, of my top rather. I don't know why dress keeps coming to me. I had notched it, and then I had notched the middle of my waist as well. So I just joined the notched area. I ensure that I have the middle to the middle, and then that is it. And this is what we have. We are almost done. I went ahead to also fix my zipper, and after that, the next thing we're just going to be doing is to open up the zipper like that, then come to the sleeve area, the part we join together, the shoulder. We are going to be fixing an elastic there. We're going to be fixing an elastic. Now what you are going to do is to measure your shoulder, what you have there. Yes, the sleeve. So measure it. For me, I have about like 16.5 inches. So what I did was I just cut out 10 inches of an elastic because it's still going to stretch, and we want it to give us a gather effect. So just cut 10 inches like that. So if you have about like 21 inches or so, you can as well decide to cut 10 inches because it's still going to be enough. So I went ahead and sew the elastic into the sleeve, both the first one and also the second one. So it's to the end of the tutorial. After fixing your elastic, that's all. Thank you.